Here we're at Grangemouth, the Ineos plant that they're about to close. This is an extensive site. Really don't know what they're going to do with all the infrastructure if they close it. They're going to make it so England's the only refineries location for the oil. It doesn't really make sense when you're thinking that Scotland is the UK's oil provider, that we would have no refineries whatsoever. You'd think that would be a bit backward, and they can't justify closing down Scotland's refinery with any good reasons. There's no downside to us refining marine oil. I don't know. They're trying to monopolise the thing, aren't they? Alright. I'm going to squeeze through here. Squeeze through. We'll go across the road and we'll have a look at the place. So like I say, there's no good reason why England should be the go-to place for Scottish oil refinery when the production is here. And cost-wise, I can't think it's more efficient. This is a strange demo to be on, to be honest. It's a strange demo because the demos I've been on previously have mainly been anti-nuke demos at Faslane, where you're almost against the Navy base, Faslane Navy base, and the Coolport Reserves, etc. But in this case, we're here trying to save the jobs and infrastructure that's here already. So we're here onside with the place that the demo's been held. That makes it quite strange for me, to be honest. There's a police presence, because of course there is, but it's just no that type of demo. Like, I can't foresee anybody getting arrested unless it was maybe folk who aren't on side with the effort coming in and causing hassle. We're all here for a very peaceful cause, the retention of Scottish infrastructure. You know, it's looking good. Folks still arriving, still plenty of time before kick-off.
I'll be the organiser.
Bus tooting us. Alright?
Your drink, Jedi name would be. Can't mind now. Aye, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I don't know that you merit that high a name.
Aye, there you go.
Especially having forgotten your lightsaber.
I know, in my memory.
Oh, that was loud. That was awfully loud. Am I going to get across for this car? Maybe. I'm not going to harass it in the spoke. I'm going because there's a bit that I can sit on here. Oh my goodness. Too old to be going through a sitting to a standing position easily. More folks tooting.
Help yourself any stone, bro.
Can I pay for them?
No, we're not taking any money today.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, I might just get one trailer.
I'll come over and I'll steal one in a wee bit. Cheers, love. Heading back across the road, see how the demo's progressed in numbers. Cheers, darling. No, hey, puppy.
It's so sweet, man.
You're not even biting. No, don't bite
Somebody play that.
I've got a speech here audience. I don't know how much sense is going to be, but I'm doing my best. So, I've lived through the deindustrialisation of major manufacturing in Scotland. Remember, battery no more, Grangemouth no more, metal no more, Grangemouth no more, if we allow it to happen. As a 16-year-old, I had to leave this country to find work, and it's shameful that I had to do that. But this doesn't need to happen. There are choices to be made. Sustainable fuel supplies for the air industry will still be supplied, only it won't be produced here. Because the Radcliffe has chosen to decorate Old Trafford with almost twice the capital it would take to open a new refinery. $1 billion for Old Trafford, $600 million for a new refinery, not here in Grangemouth, but across the water that the UK government left. $600 million underwritten by the UK government to open a refinery in Antwerp. It's disgusting. So political choices, your so-called partner government have underwritten £1.6 billion for Ineos. Investment to go with is £12.5 billion debt. The business is bankrupt, and we are signing off on another £1.6 billion. Now, of course, we all know refurbishing and renewing costs less than building new. So if they can afford £600 billion to build in Antwerp, they can afford to keep this place open. Yes! Oh, but Keir Starmer, or was it Kid Starmer? Kid Starmer has just announced 200 million. 200 million that the devil is in the detail. The detail is there will be 200 million apparently if we can find matching funding. So they have spent the last 2 months telling the workers in Ineos that they were going to the war. And they had £200 million in their back pocket all the time. A wee history of the British petroleum. Grangemouth was built in 1924 by us, by the public bus. I'm coming at that. In 24, the BP, then known as Anglo-Persian Oil Company, was primarily owned by the British government. So we built it with public money, and BP acquired a controlling stake in the company during World War I by seizing the assets of a German-owned company and selling them to Anglo-Persian. So could we not, under justification of a national asset, seize the bloody place back?
Yes!
So, this refinery was at one point a national asset. It belongs to us. Not only was it Scotland's oil, it was Scotland's refinery. And so began the great resource robbery when they stole Scotland's oil. Scotland's oil was brought to fund the mass unemployment in that bitch Thatcher's era to build London, the Dubai of England. We're just it's starting all over again. Now Scotland's green energy bonanza has been piped, not only Scotland, but directly past Scotland and coming ashore at Tyneside or any feckin' where along the English coast. We say no more.
No more.
Salvo have already informed the UK government. We will seek reparations for the pillage of the past, and we know, now inform the UK, each and every penny of spoils you remove from our country, we will sue for its return with interest. So on that basis, we will gain our freedom. Salvo and Liberation Scotland have signed a memorandum of understanding with a human rights and advocacy group in Geneva just last week. We have taken our debate, our purpose, our reason to be here out of the UK bubble and placed it directly on the European continent and seeking international support. We are on the way, folks. In the history of liberation movements, none have failed to reach their goal. There are many still working at the goal, but they will not fail, because by setting up a liberation movement, we go on. When we fall, somebody comes behind us. We will not and never give up.
Never. Gorgeous.
This will happen. I'm going to close with a couple of poems and let somebody else take over the night. I've been known to hang it a few times.
No karaoke part.
Never!
My Christ. That made you speak silent.
So, concentrate here, concentrate. So there's a couple, I've used a couple of poems from when Charlie Macaulay Robertson and irreplaceable Mr. Donald Anderson from the Scottish Socialists, but his words are just fantastic. But from Charlie Macaulay Robertson, Ravenscraig fell without a fight, and Grangemouth has suffered the same plight. We have no voice, we have no say, and Westminster always get their way. Scotland is suffering from colonisation, thanks to those of a certain political persuasion. So you can fly your flag, well, there's your bun, but we will always be outnumbered in every turn. So until the day we become united, Scotland will continue to be naught but blighted. So don't let this be just Grangemouth no more. Well, the rob our nation's oil from our shore. It's high time we evened up the score. Let's all tell Westminster, they are taking no more. So come all you Scots, time to get off your behind. It's Scotland's oil. Grangemouth is where it should be refined. That was from Charlie Macaulay Robertson. The next one is Take It Down from the last Scottish Waiter. From the irrepressible Donald Anderson. If you haven't met Donald, I would seek him out and have a few wise words, or listen to a few wise words. He's a star. Take it down from the last Scottish Waiter. It's a flag we Republicans despise. It always belongs to the class traitor. You've brought on us nothing but shame. You stand for no hope and false glories. You've taken everything that is to go. Your hands are the same as the Tories, fulfilling the work of the foe. We stand with Maclean and Republicans, with Connolly and Irish Republicans too. We'll break down the English connection and bring back a nation from you. So leave to those who are willing to uphold the sole tyrant peace, the ones who intend to defend it until England's tyranny cease. Take your butcher's apron from your conference. It's a flag we Republicans despise. We won't stand for your shame and your efforts. For we are a nation on the rise. Thank you very much, ladies and gents. And we can do this. We can leave here and we can unite. Politics aside, and we can deliver Scotland's freedom, and we can take this back.
So I picked up a yes stone. We've got a Save Grangemouth stone, which is beautiful. I did try and offer money, but they weren't accepting money. so I'm going to bring this home and get pride of place in the windowsill in the RSH room. So folk, I don't want to get myself run over by walking on the road around folk. Better days ahead, man. There must be better days ahead. Yeah. Got to remain positive, man. There's a face of doubt. Yeah.
And they knew they were going to do it when Star turned up the day before.
No, you never nicked it, no. I did get a stone too.
He just lost another 2,000.
It's just weird. It's bigger.
That's not what his missus said.
Thank you very much for everybody who organised the raffle. The 26th of March.
That's cracking.
Get the news over my shoulder. 29 for this month. There's going to be another demonstration here.